Hi there, it's Dan from 123 Muse, and we received a question from one of our users, and it was with regards to our Parallax Hero widget. And this is a widget that kind of gives a faux 3D effect by putting different images in different places in what's called the z-index. So in 3D you've got your x and y, but you've also got front to back, which is the z-index. Anyway, he's got this really cool image, and he was having a question about how to set up the image so that it would have the proper effect inside the widget. So as you can see in the PSD that he sent, we've got the image, and if I was to turn off some of the layers, and here we're just left with a layer of this night. If I exported this as a PNG, it wouldn't export the whole size of the page as a PNG. It will just go as close as it can to where the first part of the graphic started. So the problem with that would be that then, rather than this layer being exactly where it is now, so that the soldier was, no, the knight was in the middle, it would probably be right over to the right hand side, because if I just draw a square around this, this is kind of the size that it would output to this image, is about that size. So of course then it's anybody's guess whereabouts inside the main image this would be placed. So what we want to do is we want to export each layer, but we want them all to be the same size as the main background layer, which is this full rectangle here. So there's a fairly easy way to do that. So what we're going to do is add a layer mask to each of these layers. Once that layer mask is added, I'm going to select all my layers, and I'm going to go to Export As. And now this dialog box has brought up all those layers that I'm going to be exporting. And to start off with, I'm going to make sure that all of my layers are exporting as a PNG with the transparency checked. So go through, make sure that all of your layers have that. The background layer here, because this doesn't have any transparency, this doesn't need to be that. So it can be a JPEG, which may reduce the size a little bit. But now we can see that when I click on my knight and my soldier, the actual size of the image is the same size as the background image, with just the part of the image on there. So for instance the knight image, the actual size of the box around it is the same size as the background image, but just with the knight in the right place on it. So now I'm going to export all of these. I'm going to open up Adobe Muse, and I have got a blank page here. I'm going to go to my library, look for my Parallax Hero widget, drop that on there. And just to make this go a little quicker, I've already figured out what size I should change the size of this widget to. So I know that I need this to be 1100 by 510, which is approximately the size of the image. You might need to do a little bit of playing around with the size of the widget to ensure that you get the right look on the web page when you're finished with it. So now I'm going to first of all add the background image, and I don't need all of these images, so I'm going to add, let me see, I can't remember which order it went into. It's background, knight, soldier, smoke. Okay. Background, knight, soldier, and smoke. Okay, now the ones I'm not using, image 3 and image 5 I'm not using. So, and then I am going to preview this inside the browser. Now you can see that this parallax effect is working really nicely, and this person has done a great job on cutting out the images. So this is how you would set up the images so that they are layered correctly, and each of the transparent PNGs have the same overall size as the background image so that the parallax works correctly.